Yo, welcome to the FLEXXXZONE. It's your man, it's your boy, it's your host, your friendly reminder, Jay Anderson. Listen, the topic that we're dealing with today, it can be controversial or debatable according to what people see, opposed to my opinion. Anything I say is my opinion. So I lock into my thoughts, and if it can be corrected in any sense, I'm definitely open to be corrected, or someone may have insight on what I'm saying or a topic that I'm dealing with. But today I want to, in a sense, defend our women. I remember Tupac said in one of his songs, he said, I think it's time to heal our women, be real to our women, and that was way back then, and it's still our duty and our obligation to protect our women and stand up for our women. Right now, with the women's right movement that's going on, and I think we should all embrace that, because the heartbeat of this world is our women and children. We as men, we have that obligation to protect them, to stand up for them, and to fight for them. So this topic deals with that carefully, if I can say that. Because some people can be easily offended. But if you're offended by this, then that's your business. I make no apologies for what we're about to get into. This topic is king or clown. I think everyone should have a general idea of what king or clown is based on, according to the substantive divorce rate caused by the inequitable folly and uncontrollable behaviors in men that can't control their penises or their sadistic ways. And I think that comes from, I think it starts at childhood. I think it starts with those childhood insecurities. We have two different mindsets that we are taught. We have the growth mindset, and we have a fixed mindset. A growth mindset is taught in the right home, I would say. I want to be really, really careful with what I say, because I don't want to offend anyone. But again, these are just my opinions. The growth mindset is taught in the right home, where we're not limited to our thoughts about how far we can go in life or what we can achieve in life. It comes with good character, developing a progressive and prolific mindset, etc., etc. And that grows in you, and it grows with you. I think when we start out as kids, I remember watching this movie one time as a kid, and I was so scared. It was a horrible movie. And the one thing I understood as a man was a part of the fear that I had with being alone anywhere by myself came from watching that movie as a child. So those things grow with us, So sometimes those fears and insecurities start at childhood. I remember I saw my dad and my mom loving each other. I saw my dad be the most amazing man that I would ever speak on. I have respect for so many men. I have love for so many men, my uncles, my brothers, so many amazing people that I've met in life. But I think that my dad was, and if you feel like that about your father, that's cool, I think that my father was one of the greatest examples that I would ever have to follow in life. And he set a tone, not only for his household, but for our community and pretty much for our city and surrounding cities. He set a tone and he set a level of respect for himself that put him in a king category. And his work ethic, the way he took care of his family, the way he stood on the principles that he believed in, and the way he stood up for his family and protected his family. I think that deserves the title of a king. Studies show that from 1960 to 2016, there's been a great increase. I think it went from 38% to 57%, where African American men went from poverty to middle class. So there was some type of growth development there, where during that time, I think we started to evolve in a sense and become everything that in today's society that so many of our young men lack. And if y'all hear some noise in the background, do understand that I'm recording outside. I do pop my podcast outside. I like to become one with nature in the morning. I like the birds singing. I like the wind blowing. Sometimes you may hear an airplane flying over or whatever, but that's just me doing my podcast outside. And I hope that could also be a calming effect to this podcast. So around that time, there was an increase in our society and in our culture that grew, but there was also a lack, where studies showed that African American men weren't as involved in the military, church, or marriage. So when it comes to the fixed mindset, we have a more locked-in mindset as to where, for example, if it doesn't happen, it wasn't meant to be. If I don't get it, it wasn't meant for me to have. That's poor behavior. That's poor practice. And if you were raised in that kind of home, I want to say to you right now, as a man, as an African American man, to whatever your background is, whatever your race is, I want to say to you that just because you don't have it, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have it. Sometimes you have to go further than where you are, and you have to get outside of yourself to the point to where you have to know that the limits and the boundaries that you have on your life is not the way we ought to live life, because that pours over into our love life. That pours over into how we view women, how we treat women, our lack of protecting women, our lack of standing up for women, and our lack of being able to be prolific in a family household setting. So progression is not a bad thing. A lot of times when you grow up in a fixed mindset, progression to you seems like, they think they better than me. Well, I just want to be real with you. If someone wants more, if someone feels like they can do better, it does not mean that that's a competitive nature. It means that they feel like they can do better, they want more, and they're going for it. Because some people are locked into a certain mindset. It keeps them from being able to mentally understand the capacity of success that's attainable to them as an individual. And it puts them in that type of mindset to where they, unbeknownst, they attack verbally and mentally people who are trying to do more and people who want more, and that's unfair. So when it comes to our women and young girls, we have an obligation, men, and it's not to just. Sometimes I'm guilty of, in the past, I've been one of those guys where I wanted to have my way in a relationship. I wanted to have my way. And whenever the relationship would dissolve, I would always have a group of people that I would go and tell my side of the story to only. And that it gave me the freedom to move on without feeling like I'd done something wrong. It gave me the mindset to move on like, yeah, that was right. But when it comes to the moral of that, what does a side of a story mean when it comes to hurting someone or making somebody feel bad? What does a side of a story mean? I can remember being that guy in the mall and seeing a young lady, and the first thing you think is, oh man, you know how guys are. They have this thing where, I hit that. Like you want to tap that, and then once I don't care how beautiful she is or what you saw when you saw her in the jeans or the low-cut shirt or revealing whatever she was revealing. Once you slept with her, that desire is gone away and you've taken something from her. And most times guys will go stand around with other guys and talk about what they did or what she did. And women, you have to be held accountable as well. I wish a young lady or a woman would make, I don't know what you would call it. I wish somebody would make an opposing podcast to speak from a female's point of view. Women have to be held accountable too, because if you don't know when to keep your guards up, if you just an easy jump in or a jump off, or how much can you put on the guy? You have to take the time to get to know a person. Then you could determine what type of relationship you're getting yourself involved in, or what kind of person you're getting yourself involved with. Because a lot of times when you walk out the house in your best outfit and your heels on and your tight jeans and your low-cut shirt, you may be doing it because you feel good about yourself, but there are vultures out there. There are clowns out there that know how to put on the mask of a king, and they know how to walk around and look like they got it all together until you start figuring out components of their lives. Until you start to see that they have lows, more lows than they do highs. I don't care how massive their cock is. I don't care how they beat your back out or how you hung from a chandelier. All of that has created a percentage of divorces in America, in the world, that is at an all-time high. All because people are getting together, screwing, and creating feelings for a one-sided relationship. A lot of times, this can be reversed. A lot of times, it's the female, because females are more apprehensive to a successful relationship. A female can turn it on right then, and it'll last a lifetime if the man is right for her. If the man is right for her. Guys will play around a little bit. You can find the right woman 36 times and screw over. You can find the right woman 37 times. You can find the right woman 38 times and screw over. And then you end up with, oh my gosh, you end up with some someone that you never would have dated, because now you're at a place in your life to where nobody wants to deal with you. Nobody trusts you to be in a relationship with you. Nobody sees you as a king. Nobody values who you are. You don't even value who you are. And as a result of that, you end up losing in the long run. You know why I say losing? Because would you have picked the person that you settled for? No. That's where the term settle for come into play. Would you have dated that person back when you was the man, back when everybody thought you was handsome, back when everybody thought you was cute, back when all of the girls was on your jock? No. Then later on in life, people see you with someone that anytime somebody's surprised to see you with somebody, they know you dating outside of your element. They know you'll hit a low to where you need help more than you need a woman. And sometimes you meet an insecure woman that just want a man in her life. And you've played so much. You've played so many good women until you just have to settle for somebody that just will accept you exactly how you is. You don't have to add nothing to their life. You don't have to bring nothing to them. You don't have to bring anything to the table. Throw the table out the window. She just wants you to cuddle with her at night. She just wants you to hold her and tell her that she know how to make spaghetti real good. You ain't even got to tell her she's beautiful. And that's sad. That's sad, guys. Like, when it comes to a king, the man that's viewed as a king, even though it's just a title, a status quo, even though it's just a thing, you know what makes people call men kings? The standards that they live by. They have a protective instinct. Yeah, they probably could get the panties, but will they? No. Because you can't come to me and talk to me about loyalty if you're not loyal to the person that you lay beside every night. You can't come to me and tell me how real you is if you ain't real to the woman that feeds you and look out for your kids and take care of you mentally, physically, spiritually, to the point to where people see you evolving. People see you growing. You can't come to me and talk about being real and being loyal if you ain't that. Hey, if it's your thing to hang out on the block with the guys, bros over hoes, hey, that's your thing. Keep that over there. But do know this, you will never get the best out of life. And it probably don't matter to you because you probably don't have a standard that you live by. But listen to me, brother. Listen to me, man. We are responsible. We have a responsibility to these women, to these kids, to our society, to our culture and our background. We have a responsibility, and that responsibility comes with boundaries. It comes with self-respect. It comes with knowing who you are and embracing who you are. It comes with growth and maturity. And that's what we have to take a hold of. So, let's be real to our women. Let's heal our women. They hurting, but they taking a stand for themselves. Through the pain, they taking a stand for themselves, and they winning. Let's not be jealous of that. Let's not tear them down. Let's not call them out of their names. Let's help them grow. Let's add to them. If you can't do that, stay away. Stay on the block. It's your man. It's your boy, your host, Jay Henderson.